We're going to talk about useful tips for a long-distance probate property sale in California. And we'll get started right after this. So let's talk about the steps, including addressing the personal property in your loved one's home, determining the best cost-effective repairs that will improve the sale, and unique challenges when selling a probate property from far away. Hi, I'm Kim Ward. Welcome back to our channel. Here we talk about homes in estates, probates, and trust administrations. We're located in San Diego, but this content is helpful for people all over the United States. If you find this of value, please hit that like button and do all the things so that the YouTube algorithm will show this to other people in your exact circumstances. So let's get back to talking about the useful tips for a long-distance probate sale in California. Selling a property remotely, such as a long-distance probate sale in California, can be a daunting task. However, with the right approach and useful tips, the process can be made much more manageable. The tips I'm going to share with you will help to make your California probate property sale as stress-free and a successful transaction. And isn't that what you want? Selling a property remotely, such as a long-distance probate sale in California, requires a different approach than a traditional sale. To ensure a successful transaction, it's crucial to assemble a local team of professionals, an experienced realtor, an experienced probate attorney who specializes in probate property. Additionally, visiting the probate property as often as possible and having someone trustworthy check in on the vacant house is essential. Here are 5 useful tips to keep in mind when selling a probate property remotely in California. 1. Understand the market you're selling in and evaluate your motivation to sell in light of that research. 2. Assemble a local team of professionals, including an experienced realtor and a probate attorney. 3. Visit the property to address the personal property and what needs to be done to get the house ready for sale. And once you go back home, have someone trustworthy check in on the vacant house in your absence. 4 is to be prepared for the unique challenges of a long-distance probate sale. And 5 is to seek additional advice from other experts as necessary. This is a skill game. Life continues and homes do sell. We want to get you from where you are to where you want to be, which is a sold property. So when you find yourself in the unique situation of a long-distance probate sale in California, especially San Diego, there are 5 things we will share about the probate property process. So let's go back to 1. Selling a house long distance might require travel. Before you can list the house for sale, you'll likely need to visit the property to assess its condition and determine what repairs or changes need to be made before it can be ready for sale. You may need to get formal inspections done to locate any major issues, such as leaks, pest damage, or repairs, so you can address them before selling. You'll also need to evaluate the area where the house is located and settle on a realistic listing price. If you have the time and cash to fix up the property, you may be able to list it at a higher price. However, if the house needs more work than you can afford, or you want to sell quickly, you might consider a more competitive price point. Selling a property remotely, such as a long-distance probate sale in California, can present unique challenges. One of the most important things to keep in mind when selling a house long distance in California is that it may require some travel. Before listing the property for sale, if possible, and keep in mind I've helped with homes that the executor or administrator was unable to travel, and I'll share that story, but if possible, it's important to visit the property in person to assess its condition and determine the necessary repairs or changes that need to be made. This may include formal inspections to locate any major issues such as leaks, pest damage, or repairs that need to be addressed before selling. Additionally, you will need to evaluate the area where the house is located and settle on a realistic listing price. Factors such as the condition of the property, the location, and your motivation for selling will all impact the listing price. Keep in mind that if you have the time and resources to fix up the property, it can be listed at a higher price. But if the house needs more work than you can afford or too many repairs, because you don't want to have an experience of a money pit, or you want to sell quickly, you may need to consider a more competitive price point that would lure home buyers to view the probate property and consider doing the sweat equity themselves. Now, the story. So our client Mel, he didn't want to leave his busy law practice in Florida and traveled a long distance to the probate property in California. Instead, Mel trusted us to walk him through each step of the property sale in California. After viewing the probate property, we took photos of all the personal properties so that we could begin discussing how to best prepare the home for sale. And Mel really appreciated all of that. Step 2, you'll have to make decisions on how to prepare the probate property for sale long distance. Selling a property remotely, such as a long distance probate sale in California, can be a complex and emotional process. It's important to have a clear understanding of the condition of the property and any necessary repairs or changes that need to be made before putting the probate property on the market. But when selling a house long distance, it can be challenging to make these repairs and changes yourself. You may need to make time to travel back and forth and work on the home a bit at a time, or hire a crew to do the work for you. This can be a significant financial and time investment, and it's important to budget accordingly. While it may be important to make the necessary repairs and improvements to the probate property, it's also important to consider the cost benefit of each change. Some problems, they may not be worth fixing if they won't be able to be recouped in the probate sale, especially when selling a probate property remotely. Most of our personal representative clients have found it essential to minimize the effort and stress involved in the process. It's important to remember that this can be an emotional process and to be compassionate with yourself while trying to navigate the complexities of a property sale in California, especially a probate property. Number 3, you can team up with a professional to help sell a probate property long distance. When considering help, make the process less complex and time consuming for you when selling a long distance probate sale in California. One way to limit the number of trips needed to visit the property is to hire a professional representative to act as your go-between. This can include a realtor, legal advisor, or even a team of professionals. These representatives can help facilitate the process of preparing the home for sale, showing it to potential buyers, and even negotiating any offers on the estate's behalf. Having an experienced probate sale professional representative with your best interests in mind can help make the process of selling a house long distance easier. They can handle the day-to-day tasks and communicate with you regularly. It's important to note that you'll likely need to have at least one trip, or if, like Mel, you are not in a position to travel, you can have a Zoom conference to consult with your realtor. It's worth considering the cost of hiring professionals to help with the process, as it can save you time, money, and effort in the long run. Number 4, you'll need to maintain the house long distance. Another important factor to consider when selling a house long distance is property maintenance. Regular upkeep, it's essential to ensure that the property stays in good condition and presents well to all the potential buyers. This can include paying any utilities, maintaining the landscaping and lawn care, occasional cleaning, collecting mail, making any repairs as needed, and checking on the property to ensure everything is in order. Managing these tasks remotely can be challenging, so it's important to have someone you trust check on the property regularly and handle any necessary tasks. This can include a trusted family member or a friend or a professional property management company. By having someone reliable take care of the property maintenance, you can ensure that the property stays in good condition and is ready to be shown to the potential buyers at any time. It is also important to have a contingency plan in place in case something unexpected happens, such as a leak or a power outage, to minimize the risk of more property damage. I was helping with a property in the Claremont area of San Diego, and we discovered, because a real estate agent had gone in to show the property to their client, they discovered that the hoses to the washer had gotten loose and water was going everywhere. It was nice of this real estate agent. I explained how to go out and turn off the water, which they did, and then I immediately contacted my client and let her know that this property had this water damage that was happening. We quickly got a company in there to mitigate the water damage, got a plumber to fix the shutoffs, which had gone bad for the washer somehow, and got everything taken care of in a pretty timely manner. The house was put back on the market within a week after this damage occurred, and we continued on with the sale, selling the property, and the client was happy that she had someone like me and my team here to help with this situation so that she didn't have to jump on a plane and come here. And finally, be prepared for some challenges. When selling a house long distance, it's important to be prepared for these challenges. With a remote sale, it's crucial to have reliable ways to stay in touch with your team, such as email, phone, or video conferencing. It's also important to establish clear lines of communication and set expectations for response times. This will help ensure that everyone is on the same page and any issues can be addressed promptly. So in summary, selling a probate property long distance requires extra planning, preparation, and management. As an absentee seller, it's important to secure the services of a qualified real estate agent who has a successful track record in the local area, a solid marketing plan, and strong communication skills. Additionally, make sure to leave all utilities on and maintain a comfortable temperature in the home. By following these tips and maintaining good communication with the team, you have a successful property sale in California long distance in your future. Thanks for watching. Hey, please do all the things, the like and all that, so that YouTube will show this to other people in your exact circumstances. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.